Don't want to cut
We're
you
not
off.
live yet.
This is Richard Provost.
This is Mike McClure, Fight for Freedom.
What's up, Mike? We got cut, bro. This is my brother from a love this dude like a best friend, dude. He's my best friend. So I recall, Mike, you're my best friend. I don't care if you like it or not, because this is the only dude that I trust. Like, honestly, you're the only dude that I trust, bro.
You're one of the few out of many of sea people that I trust, you know.
You're probably like, well, I mean, if people like, well, yeah, we haven't even met yet. You'd be like, damn, right, dude, you're short.
Like, and just like Bill and some of the guests that we had, I trust them, you know, a good amount, even being strangers, you know what I mean? Because I know where their intentions and, you know, their passion lies when it comes to getting the truth out and sharing different perspectives and stories, you know, that people don't know about or need to hear. And that's what,
I mean, everybody has their own opinions, but that's right, the problem. It's an opinion. It's not a fact. It's like, oh, that's my opinion that Trump is not Illuminati, that Trump, no, motherfucker, because you're dumb. You know, we post evidence. Trump is not Trump. I'm not saying that he is. We cannot prove who is and who is not Illuminati, right? I mean, and we can and we can't. But what we can prove that he's a liar, most likely is part of the Illuminati. Him and Hillary Clinton, that bitch, are what, first, second cousins. They're related. There's bloodline. There's everything. That's why these people are put in position. They're selected, not elected. Yeah, I'm proving it. I told people this. I said they do not put people in place to change. They're not going to put a Mike Stewart in office. They're not going to put a fucking Jim Justice. They're not going to put, especially a president, in place to change, to make a better change for the country. Again, they're selected, not elected. That's good.
And the real change, if people study their history and the Constitution, the United States Constitution, the real change comes from the citizens of the country. I mean, why do you think 1776 happened the way it did? It's because when the British invaded, people got fed up being under English kings ruling, and they started fighting back. They all migrated from England to get away from the tyrannical king of England to start their own life in the United States. That's what happened. So yeah, we are a bunch of immigrants, you know, from a foreign country, but at the same time we became independent. Our ancestors came independent when they decided to migrate from England to the United States to become the United States. And we the people then, we're the ones that created the government. But we
are the government, actually. It's we the people, then it's the government. Yada 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 yada.
And what people don't
we're above the government.
And what people don't
are the government. People aren't understanding any of that.
And yeah, like you're saying, what people don't understand, we are the government, because you think about it, they're supposed to work for us. Well, what are they really doing for us? What a government.
Fuck, there's one thing they're doing is robbing us blind.
A government, you know, in the definition of the Constitution, a government's function, you know, whether if it's state, senate, federal, president, governor, the chief executive, the president or the governor of the state or of the country, their whole intent purpose is to utilize, you know, military and police, law enforcement to protect citizens of that state. That is their only function. Or if we have a real natural disaster, they're there to protect and serve the citizens of the state. But what we see, you know, last couple decades, the opposite, where they are not protecting and serving, they are demanding and ruling their citizens like a tyrannical king or leader would do. They are conformist instead of moralist. We got two, somebody that would that would protect and serve under morality is way a government should function. Instead of moralist, what we have in government, we have a conformist in government, which somebody that enforces tyranny and rules over people's lives and freedom.
Sound like Forrest Gump up in that place. Might be like tyranny. Yeah. Go ahead, I was fucking with you. You're right.
But yeah, I mean, if people say, well, it's the law because the governor and the senator or whatever, said it's the law. Yeah, it's their wishes. We didn't vote for more taxes on people. The Federal Reserve and our political puppets, decided that for us. But we didn't, decide ourselves. We the people didn't decide ourselves. We wanted more taxes. We the people didn't decide we wanted to have gun registry to own a firearm. Because in the Constitution, they don't say anything about gun registry. And it definitely don't say anything about, having a hunting and fishing license. That's something the political, elite, they wanted. It's something we didn't vote for. We didn't want. So that's what I'm saying is that is tyranny when, you enforce and impose something on your citizens that you're supposed to protect and serve in your oath of office rather than it's the citizens' will, consent, and choice, which it never has been. In order to live in a free state and a free country, we shouldn't have to have licenses and whatnot. Just like with the mask mandate. It ain't a free country when that's being enforced on citizens that didn't vote for it, that didn't ask for it. Because we put these people in power the way it should work. We put these people in power if it was truly a constitutional republic, they would protect and serve for us, but they're not doing that. Instead, they are self-serving and serving for the elite class against us. That is the difference. So, yeah, you can have political leaders talk about it. Certain ones talk about the Constitution. There's some that do talk about it. But the fact of the matter is, instead of them just talking about it, yeah, I agree with them talking about it, that, the government should protect and serve their citizens. But, don't sugarcoat the fact that they are when they ain't. That's all I'm saying. So I could agree with that talking point, but, why bring it up? Also point out the fact that they ain't doing it and explain, in vivid detail why they ain't doing it and what their agenda is and a narrative, which they ain't. They're just they're leaving out bits and pieces to make themselves sound credible. And go ahead.
I'm trying to find out what you do with the video. There's that video that you sent me, showing like how people are dying. It's not because of the COVID. Motherfucker. Holy shit. I'm going.
Oh, yeah. I sent it in the chat about the videos I got from the UK. Yeah. OAN exposed this. It had it on their, right when it was on, they had it on their news channel talking about cases in regards to COVID. They're mixing in people getting sick from influenza and other things like that and marking it down as COVID. Like I was saying before, they even started reporting on it. I called that. And that's because the reason I got all that information and pieced it together is the mask videos what the masks are doing with the upper respiratory and the chronic pneumonia illness. And also with the vaccines, a lot of reports coming out with the vaccines, a lot of people getting sick and some even are, dying from it.
So I'm trying to find it now. Application window, Chrome tab, Facebook.
So everything is propagandized. Propaganda is a weapon. It's the best effective weapon that they have. Okay, otherwise, if they didn't have propaganda, then we wouldn't be in this big mess that we're in right now.
Okay, here we go. We're going to play this. Make it bigger. Okay, we ready? Listen to this, you sheep sons of bitches. Fuck, people are dumb. This is only 3 minutes. And kick this off, Mike. Now, what are we going to watch here?
All right. This is a mainstream network called, was it OAN or AON? I think it's OAN News, right? And it says in the title that something to do with, they're saying on the title, it's saying influenza and other illnesses, diseases, and such. They have it listed in the title. They are marking down as COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what this little clip is about.
So this is exposing their bullshit.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go.
The CDC revealed hospitals have been counting patients who died from serious pre-existing conditions as COVID-19 deaths. One America's Pearson chart has more, as the CDC counts over 51,000 patients who actually died from heart attacks as opposed to the coronavirus.
The Centers for Disease Control have updated their death counts for coronavirus and revealed yet again that COVID-19 is rarely the actual cause of death among coronavirus patients. According to the CDC themselves, of the 220,000 deaths attributed to the coronavirus, 87,000 of them died from pneumonia and influenza. Another 17,000 died from chronic respiratory diseases, and 26,000 died from respiratory distress syndrome. 44,000 patients died from hypertensive diseases, 23,000 died from heart disease, and a whopping 28,000 died from cardiac arrest and heart failure. Yet all of these, even patients who died from heart attacks, were marked down as dying from the coronavirus. Doctors who spoke with One American explained that 131,000 patients who are being considered COVID-19 deaths already had life-ending diseases, including cancer, dementia, and even end-stage renal failure. And according to the CDC, again, if you look at place of death, you'll see that some 10,000 patients who died from COVID were on hospice care, meaning they were terminally ill to begin with and were already expected to die. Doctors tell One American News that all of these patients were critically ill and likely died from their pre-existing conditions without any help from the coronavirus. However, they explained that the CARES Act, passed by Congress in March, gives hospitals a 20% bonus on their diagnosis-related group paid for by Medicare. Essentially, that means doctors are being paid to list deaths as coronavirus without any indication the patient's death was actually COVID-related. The 1918 Spanish flu is often used as an example of a comparable pandemic, and perhaps it's more comparable than most people realize, according to the National Institutes of Health, and even Dr. Anthony Fauci himself, in a 2008 paper, explained that the majority of deaths during the 1918 and 1919 pandemic were not caused by the influenza alone. Instead, Dr. Fauci says that a vast majority of deaths were caused by bacterial pneumonia. Exactly what the CDC showed we're witnessing again today. The CDC backed these numbers up, explaining that coronavirus itself is responsible for just 6% of all deaths listed as coronavirus related. The other 94% of deaths are due to pre-existing comorbidities, including serious illnesses and advanced age. However, despite this report being officially published by the CDC, so far the mainstream media have completely ignored it, instead continuing to hype a pandemic that seems less dangerous every day.
The CDC revealed hospitals have been counting.
Wow, Mike. Wow.
Told you, man, what I was covering, I said all those talking points. That's how it was going down.
Wow, people are so stupid. It's not even funny, bro.
Before I even come across that,
called this, bro. I called this. People said it came from a bat. I said hoax. I called it immediately. Called it.
right?
Back when
And
it's oh no, it's not dig. It came from a bat, and then then they're making it in a fucking. Give me a break, man. You idiot sons of bitches. Oh my god.
And that was mainstream media. I talked about this a month or two before how it was going down with the mask and the upper respiratory and chronic pneumonia. I said they're adding that into the COVID-19 deaths and false positives and false negatives at the PCR test. I mean, I said all that, and that mainstream news source just confirmed what I confirmed months before prior.
High five. High five. All right. Yeah. All right. There's
So we're not conspiracy theorists. We're not conspiracy theorists right there.
It's a fact.
Yeah, that debunks everything that we've been talking about, tying everything together. That debunks everything. So now what is the counter argument for that? There isn't one. There isn't one after that.
They're wearing biochemical suits. That's common sense. They're saying it's coming from the air. You can't get it on your skin. Everything would be closed down. We go back over this. Once you get it, you can't get rid of it. You can't. So there's no cure. There's this stage. There's 2 stages. No, motherfucker. Once you get COVID from what they're stating, there's no cure for it. So how are people getting better? You can't get better from it. There's no cure. It's upper respiratory. Then it goes from whatever. It goes from like bronchitis. You can't treat it. Then it goes in pneumonia. Then you're fucking dead.
Right.
Are people dumb? People that are breathing in the mask, with this other stuff.
Oh, also, run that other video that I sent you right at the time I sent you that one. Run that one. Let people watch that. All right, we got another video, folks. I want you to watch. This is a doctor. This is a doctor saying this. So you got the mainstream media. The mainstream media that you watch, that's on AON. That's a famous media that a lot of people watch. All right, now you want to listen to medical experts. All right, we got a medical expert that we want to play in a video clip. Want you to listen to
roses in the background?
Huh?
Is he wearing glasses and he has roses in the background?
I think that's the one. It's only like a couple minutes like the other one. Probably a few minutes longer.
This one says 220. Let's see. Oh my God, how much more is it? Is it this one?
Yeah, that guy. He's from, I don't know if he's from the United States, but I think he's from the UK. Now, listen what he says. He is a doctor that's been in the field, 10, 20 years or more?
Can now explain, now sum this up just a little bit of what he's speaking of to simplify what he's stating.
What he was talking about pretty much in a lot of different points, what the news anchor was talking about and what, the CDC was talking about. He's pretty much touching up on those bases of, as far as COVID goes.
Mm-hmm.
But he's using doctor terms. So I'm not a doctor, but he's a doctor. So he could sum it up for those people that, trust in the doctor and whatnot. The way the doctor's supposed to diagnose things, they're not diagnosing it. Like I said before, they're getting paid extra money. Just like Lloyd said months before when the first, lockdown happened. He said that the doctor that, he's an EMT, the doctor that he works for in his hospital is getting paid, $3,500 extra to mark down COVID-19 deaths. It don't matter if it's cancer or whatever. But this doctor actually goes by the book and, does things the way he's supposed to as far as being a medical professional rather than getting paid and saying, things that, has nothing, to do with somebody being sick or the actual death or whatever.
Okay, we'll play the video.
Let me tell you what is actually happening in the hospital in which I work, was the message from the whistleblower who cannot be identified. Wards are empty. Seasonal flu deaths are not being counted. Bacterial pneumonia is on the rise as a result of mask wearing. The average age of people dying with COVID, 84. On the day the latest and most extreme UK lockdown was announced, in our emergency department, the major incident and the research phase were at certain times completely empty. There is no panic here, no chaos. Yet to try to prove a different narrative, a national newspaper found and printed a picture of our hospital from stock. It gets worse. Hundreds of my colleagues have dutifully presented themselves for vaccination. Following their first dose of the Pfizer vaccine, we have members of staff hospitalised, many suffering reactions preventing them from working. The outcome is that we had a record number of agency staff on site, so the unintended consequences of the vaccine has created a staff shortage, ergo a potential crisis all of its own. I doubt our hospital is an isolated case. Tests, you ask, don't get me started. The reason the UK is in lockdown is because lateral flow tests and PCR tests give false positives. By as much as 70%, increased testing of people that are not ill and have zero symptoms but create false positives give the government false stats. And from this, policy decisions are made. Result, lockdown. Lives devastated, schools closed, businesses going down, a country in a terrible downward spiral. False positives not possible. We tested kiwi fruit, apple sauce, cherry coke, and sorry to say, the urine of a dog, all positive. What does this all mean? Make your own mind up. But my question to you would be, are you now in a rush to put your mask back on, get a test, queue for a vaccine, or buy a national newspaper? Please get this out. This person asked me. Let me tell you what is actually happening in the hospital in which
that guy's a doctor.
Oh no, no, wait a minute, Mike. Go ahead. We're lying. Bunch of dumb sons of bitches, man.
But he actually works there, and he said it himself. This was in the UK. This is happening in the United States. American News even said it.
And how that's
so who's lying?
And then you would have to think, well, it's a 6% of people that died from fucking COVID. Is that actually true? No.
Right. What me and you was talking about all along. I mean, right there, the professionals said it. What people follow, mainstream media and a professional doctor. So what else do you want?
They're blocking that type of news right there. That's what they're blocking.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm glad I came across that so we could use it in this video. So that makes everything solidified 100%. No bullshit. I mean, everything's solidified. There isn't no conspiracy theory whatsoever.
It's a fact.
Because people follow mainstream media, and OAN is mainstream media, and people listen to doctors. Well, that guy's a doctor, so what else do you want from us? That's all I'm saying. So
this is Rosa. This is my baby. Don't say hi to Mike.
But yeah, get this video shared on all the platforms that you can. Send it by, folks, if you're watching, send it by email, send it to your loved ones. Everybody that works in those fields, they need to know, man. They're being duped, they're being played, they're being used as a puppet, as a tool. This stuff needs exposed. If you don't expose this and get it out there and get more people to stand up, this country's screwed. We're a sinking ship like the Titanic. We still got a little time. It ain't much time. to turn this ship around. It's up to everybody getting on board and saving the ship. So who's in? I'm in. I need y'all's help. So if you're watching this video, get this video out, share with your loved ones, co-workers. I mean, everybody you know.
Yeah. It's that we've been telling the truth. That's like I said, Fight for Freedom, West Virginia, we're a counter news source. Like I said, when we don't say something's a fact unless there's, like I said, in order for a fact to be a fact, there has to be tangible evidence to back the facts, like statement of facts. And that's the thing we do. We post evidence on everything. You got several groups. Like how many? Like I said, we hardly get any views or videos. We hardly have any followers because they're all because and there's a lot of these. There's a lot of shady people in these other groups. Well, there's facts. You don't have any evidence. You're hearing it from somebody else. You're hearing it from your best friend. You're hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I mean? So people are like, well, people are getting shot with AIDS and shit. Come on, man. Could they be doing this? But they could be, but there's no evidence to support that. The evidence that we've already, the video of the retractable needle. No,
you got that video. We'll share that video with Kamala Harris getting the retractable needle.
Is that on YouTube?
No, I shared that video with you. It's in one of the rooms. It actually showed her. It showed in the video on a little clip with the hand. They circled the hand in slow motion that nurse took that retractable needle and hit it up against her leg and it popped out. She rubbed it against her leg and it popped out. Yeah, I caught that, man. I was like, oh, I got to share this. This is too good. This is what they're doing. They're tricking everybody taking that shot. Got them. That's the best tangible evidence that I found that politicians are doing. A lot of them are doing. They're actually not taking the shot, y'all. And even the CEO of Pfizer, that article that I shared about the CEO of Pfizer isn't taking the shot. So what does that tell you? And they also got a liability clause where they can't get sued if something happens to you after you take the shot. So what's that all about, folks?
We're not ignoring anybody in the chat. We got two people that are positive on our side. Joel over Codington, is that? I think he might be in the UK. I don't know. He seems cool. And Stephen Francis Bryant.
Yeah, we appreciate all the followers. We do. I mean, anybody that's willing to listen and share the information.
Positive. And if you're a troll, we don't care about trolls. Trolling. If you're a good troll, that's fine. But we get a lot of these people in here making a bunch of stupid ass comments, and we're not. And myself, I can't. I don't even do that. Even if somebody attacks me, I just block them. But if you're a troll, I don't care. Just don't fuck with us and shit. And, come in here.
Right.
But we got to get rid of some people in our group. We
just got to keep an eye on things. I mean, if anybody sees something, say something. If somebody's trolling or giving you a hard time, let us know. We'll get rid of them. Okay, we'll take care of it. Our group. What our group's about is uniting people with like-minded people that's all about the truth and want to know the truth and get the truth out there between the people they care about. That's what we're here for. I mean, why else are we here? We're not here to get paid. We're not getting paid for it. So while we're here, we're doing it for the goodness of our heart. That's why we're doing it.
And like I said, I've already been through corruption. I mean, anything I've said, I've done in and out of court. I've posted it because I've learned to do that with everything because, I don't know, that's the kind of person I am. I could tell Mike, I was like, what I did in out of court, Mike, I posted everything I've said. I just cannot even, I don't feel that I have to prove myself that I just do that for so what I say is believable. Maybe not if I don't have evidence to support it because I'm more, you know what I'm saying? So if I've done something like I'll even tell my mom, it's like, okay, I ordered this, and then I'll even send her the screenshot of what I fucking ordered because I'm not a liar. I'm not dishonest. And there's just like so many people in these groups, these other groups that are feed people so much bullshit. I'm sitting there, it's like, dude, you can't call something a fact unless you have fucking physical evidence to support it.
Oh,
and that's why we're even countering these false groups with the bullshit they're spewing about whatever. We're with backing with evidence, and we're exposing this media bullshit not only in West Virginia but around the country, around the world. Mike, he's been my right hand man for 3 years. He does the deep research, and I do the law stuff. What I know about laws, the shit that I cover. CPS is my fucking area. So groups are just coming up. Also, I'm not saying, like I said, Mike, I'll let you speak here in a minute. So don't interrupt me again. I'll fire your ass, boy. But anyway, Mike's my homie. But what I'm saying is, if we want to be a trusted source, and there's tons of these groups that are on Facebook are not trusted. I've seen the shit that they posted. Or, well, I'm not saying that it's not a possibility they could be shooting people with fucking AIDS in these needles, but there's nothing to support that. So I'm not going to say that. Now, if I had like I said, like I posted shit like my doctors I've had. It's just like I said, do you think with, how they screwed me and my medication over, I'll repeat myself all the time because people, but I have doctors that have document fraud, lying to my health insurance companies. I got that shit for them pulling medications from me, everything else. And I've posted that evidence. But you got other people on here that don't, they'll just make up something without posting any evidence. So that's why, when me and Mike, expose something, we're going to post that fucking evidence. So people don't want to question it. But even when we do post the evidence, people still call us conspiracy theorists. We're not conspiracy theorists. We're not conspiracy theorists. When you have a fact, when you have evidence, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's a fact. It's not even a conspiracy fact. It's a fact because you got evidence to get to have evidence to back the statement of facts. But we're not conspiracy theorists. When you have evidence and you're posting evidence, just like we just posted the video with the CDC saying 6%, we just showed. We're not conspiracy theorists. We don't make when you're making up something without evidence, you can't call it fact. So therefore, it's an allegation, it's hearsay, and most likely a conspiracy theory. Now you know what I'm talking about.
But as I was saying, if you give me a minute, I will try to find that video what I was talking about a couple minutes ago. I'll resend it to you, and then you can play the clip on here about the retractable needle. And then hopefully it will allow me to send it unless they, block it. But I shared it in the groups, the chat groups that we're in. And also I wanted to give a shout out to the, people in the UK that sent me the information about those videos. They are the truth.
UK, I love UK people. Holler. Because they got there's some of them I don't like. I'm not, because of the simple fact we've had some UK trolls, some assholes, but, the good ones, trolls work for us, you can go like if somebody's trying to make up some bullshit, you say, hey, motherfucker, post that evidence.
So shout out to our friends in the UK, Tyrone Hill, Simon, Sarah, what's his name? Lacombe, I forget his first name.
Is it Philip?
Yeah, Philip Lacombe. Shout out to him. Thanks for the information that you've been sharing with us. It's been really helpful. So I want to give my respects and my appreciation out to all those folks. And also other folks in America that's been sharing information, like Robert. He's been on our podcast before. Bill Bunning. I want to give a shout out to him and thank him for his information. That's the way it should be. Everybody
smart dude, man.
Oh yeah, everybody should work together. That's the way it should be, man. Be united.
We're lucky we ain't in it. The thing about it is, man, if you're just chill and shit, don't threaten people. As long as you're not threatening somebody, you're good. But see, the courts, they're trying to say what happened now, Mike?
I'm gonna look through that video real quick about the retractable needle.
Did you try to do that one time and you froze up? The last time?
No. Last time they just cut it. That's what they did. Here's something about mainstream media. I'm going to resend you. What they did in Nazi Germany. Remember World War II during Nazi Germany? You remember that? Here's another article about censorship. So I wanted to share that, the censorship article, to prove that media does censor and
state controlled by social media. Is there a video to this? Or is this just a web page? See what this one is. Okay. No mask, bank will close your account. Like mine got froze up again. How long have we been live on here? 38. Where is she from? How come this fucking page is so damn big? The fuck? Okay, we're having problems again. Play a little bit of music here.
Mikey joined.
Yeah, going. I tried to find that video, and then I got booted out.
You suck, man. There we go.
I think I shared that video with you. So you can pull it up.
Yeah,
About the politician with the retractable needle. I need you to send it the rich. Sounds like a video game.
There we go, bro. One of my new ones by design. Check me out on SoundCloud, Mike Technician, baby. What else we got? It's the same as this. It's almost like this one. I think I used the same shit. I'm like, wait a minute. Sounds like my other tracks. I'm like, wait a minute. This is Neck Bone.
Good stuff, man. Oh.
Let's fuck around here for a minute, listen to my music. This is music to break somebody's fucking neck to.
It's like a Busta Rhymes song, Break Your Neck. Remember that song? Busta Rhymes, Break Your Neck. It's Break Your Neck music.
Oh, this is Execute. Is this what it is? No, this is Destruction. My bad. This is my track released last year. Oh, shit. Come on, boy, let's get her done. Get her done in the sun. Let's get her done. Let's get her done in the sun. Let's get her done. Grab me a cold beer from the shower. Mayflower.
Call me Austin Powers. When I rain, I make a shower. Every day and every hour. Chop it up like clam chowder. Straight to your modem from your router. I'm a comedic act like Steven Crowder. What?
That's this funk shit.
Feel like Money Mike is slapping with pimp powder.
Take it. I don't know. I'm just fucking being dumb.
I'm being stupid too, being silly. What? I'm getting a crazy look over here.
Lick a dick, make you sick, you little bitch. Get off the deal, Snick. I run you over with a lawnmower. All right.
Run through ya, put them in the manure. They smell like a sewer.
All right, we had to have fun a little bit. Shit, it probably sounded like shit coming over anyway. It probably just sounded like Missy. Little bitch, get off the deal, Nick. I run you over with a lawnmower.
Run through you, put them in the manure. They smell like a sewer.
Have fun a little bit. Well, it actually picked up a lot better than what I thought it would. You still hear me, bro?
Yeah, I still hear you. So you got that last clip saved, or we have to redo it, or what?
Which clip was that?
About we had to, yeah, the one with the news segment where we played it.
Is it no mass bank will close your account?
No, before I froze up. That's around when I froze up. But yeah, we could cover that too, throw it in there. I figured maybe we'd splice everything together and make it, one.
That's in 1930 Germany, beware of state control of social media.
Yeah.
Is there a video?
So even back then, that's when really the Mockingbird media in the 40s originated from Nazi Germany. Because you think about it, we recruited a lot of those people from Germany.
Like scientists and stuff like that too, right?
Scientists, intel agents, how they ran things in Germany. Our whole social communist system originated from Germany. But now China's involved buying everything up, so it's more Chinese.
It's been a communist country since day one, bro. Clear back in Nazi Germany. So I don't know why people are saying, oh, it's turning into a communist country. We've been a communist country. Given that fact of all these fucking Nazi Hitler sons of bitches that they've hired over here, and they're sons of bitches from... People are fucking dumb, man. What rights do we have? I mean, yeah, if you know your rights in certain situations, if you're outside of court, it works. That's what people are thinking. That's what I'm trying to tell people. We got rights. Of course we do. We don't have them in court. Depending on what type of case you're going into, if it's a 50-50 hearing. Other than that, your rights don't mean shit in court. It's better to know your rights when outside of court, like CPS, stop CPS from taking you to court.
Exactly.
So when they get you in court, your rights don't matter anymore. And people aren't realizing this. Unless if you're me and you know how to beat their asses.
Yep.
But nope, flock over to these other fucking groups. Go ahead. I don't care. Whatever. Know what I mean? Fuck it. But yeah, I mean, we have rights, but people think that they can use that shit in court with the laws and shit. Handcuff him, take him to jail. So.
Oh yeah. That's how.
We're fucking. That's what I call Jim Justice. He's a fucking Hitler, bro. He's Hitler, bro. West Virginia is probably the number one Nazi, is the fucking Nazi Germany all over again, and it has been. Justice. It's not even, like I said, that's not even his last name. Jim Powers. There's, like I said, that guy, I just don't see him being a billionaire. I don't see it just because they say he is. Like I said, and I repeat myself, if it can be altered and manipulated, they'll do it. It's been done. It's been done to me.
Just like this pandemic, it's been altered and manipulated. That's why everybody's buying it hook, line, and sinker.
Been altered. It's been manipulated. The numbers are been manipulated. It's been altered. Document fraud's been involved. They're altered. If they can alter and manipulate it, they do it. They've done it for years. I got photo evidence of my son's abuse. They altered. There's apps. People's like, oh, come on, dude. So the photos that I got from my son's abuse, they erased the bruises off of him. They're not the original photos. There's apps, Android app. They might have it for iPad, but I know it's called Touch Retouch. And I got a picture of a child with bruises on his back and uploaded into the program on my Android tablet. It erased bruises off this child's back in a matter of about 3 seconds, just by taking your thumb over it, and it would show like a green thing, like the kid didn't even have bruises on him. God is my witness. They'll do it. Okay.
Speaking of that, they got technology now. It's called Thought Police. And what Thought Police is, they got AI technology where they could robotically line up your sound of your voice and make you sound like
that's
something you said.
Since 2000s. I know they did it in 9/11. They did it in 9/11 because at that time, 9/11, it had to be that above so many thousands of feet, you had to be on the ground to make a cell call. Back in 9/11, all this other shit, it was scientifically proven. There was no calls made from those airplanes because it's called a handshake. So back then you had to be on the ground to call call somebody on their cell phone. So in 2001, when you're making all these fake recordings, this wasn't even possible. No. So now you can now, I believe, but back then it wasn't even possible. You had to be on. It's called a handshake. I can't remember what it's called. And they used digital voice software back then. So it might have been out in the 2000s. I don't know.
Voice recognition technology.
Just like they got the face shit now.
Mm-hmm.
the deep fake videos they got.
Mm-hmm. Yep, deep fake. That's what this is coming down to. People understand. It's to protect us against terrorist attacks. That's what they tell you. But who's being a terrorist when they're spying on you, monitoring your every move? I mean, who's being the terrorist, really?
Should we find something on deep fake videos? Let me see. Deep fake versus original. See something here. Okay, here's one that's good. 3 deep fake videos that will blow your mind. And this is what, we're talking about, how they can do it.
Right now.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Did you find the video you was going to pull up?
Yeah. This is the shit. Yes, again, if they could manipulate it, alter it, they'll do it. I mean, anything. Oh my gosh, they said that I, like drug testing and stuff like that. They don't drug test you when I was taking like Adderall, Lamictal, all that shit. It'd give false positive for cocaine and all this other stuff. But anyway, so they altered drug tests. They've altered. I can't even get my doc. I can't even get any of my medical records. I have some, but I don't got all of them. They won't release them. Well, they're yours. It doesn't matter in West Virginia. They hoard medical records in West Virginia. You cannot get them. If you've done something to piss the state off, you cannot get your medical records or school records. Let me see.
These YouTubers are using deepfake technology in some very funny ways. At number 1, the Fakening, who put Elon Musk's face on Charlie Sheen.
That's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear. Go.
Put Kevin Hart on Mr. T.
I just want to check some tits with you kids.
And swap Tom Hanks for Keanu Reeves in Forrest Gump.
Mama said they'd take me anywhere.
She said they was my magic shoes.
All right, Forrest. Open your eyes now.
Face swaps are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. At number 2, Next Face. He features Keanu too by making him multiple characters on NBC's The Good Place.
Everything okay?
Nope. Get strange with Stranger Things characters swapping Eleven's face for Hopper.
Max wanted to have a sleepover. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And turn Ryan Reynolds into Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
This is the Great Glass Wonkavator. It's an elevator. It's a Wonkavator. An elevator can only go up and down, but the Wonkavator can go sideways and slantways and long ways.
That is almost as freaky as the Tim Burton remake. And third on our list of celebrity face swap channels, Dr. Fakenstein, who inserted Snoop Dogg and Mike Tyson into an episode of Oprah.
So I want you to read this one first.
I read what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
That's so
Mess
awesome.
with Mike again in the Family Matters intro.
It's all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out of every scene.
And most famously, turn Nick Offerman, a.k.a. Ron Swanson, into everyone on the Full House intro.
Everywhere you look, you're lost out there and you're all alone.
And now, this baby's gonna haunt your dreams tonight. You're welcome. Swapping celebrities on the Buzz list.
See? That is so fucking badass. That is badass, man.
Discovery is reporting for duty.
That's quite a technological leap when they can do that. But it makes you wonder, if they really wanted to really get somebody, make it believable, that's all they would have to do. I mean, have your voice, voice recognition and then the image recognition, and that's it.
Was Vera watching it? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, she was watching.
Isn't that pretty creepy?
Yeah, it is. And they plan on doing that, once, this one world government gets implemented. If people are wanting to speak out, all they have to do is do that and make you look like a bad guy. That's how they would do it. I mean, how else, just like the news, how else do they get people mad at you and think you're like this virus or fear you is, they could put it on the news, propagandize it, and be like, well, so-and-so was here at this time, did this and that, and they put your face on it and use your voice pattern, and they believe it. So, yeah, crazy stuff.
That's not real. You did that. Well, it's what I'm saying with the digital shit they did in 9/11. What the fuck?
And I got a thought on that. Where they got this technology that's coming out now, they can make it look like something else happened to somebody when it didn't. So they could fabricate it, make it believable.
Yeah,
They've been doing that shit for years.
Because the media, everything in the media is true, Mike. You know that. It's all true.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking assholes.
Yep.
I mean, hell, how do you think they fake people's deaths?
Yeah.
Or you see fucking people. See, there was different things that they were talking about how these jumpers on 9/11. They had one where the theory was they were throwing dummies out, and then the other theory was they were edited in like with the planes, because they're separate videos. Like I said, they shows one video, same video side by side. It shows airplane hitting the towers, and then they did a side by side with the exact same video from another angle from another news station showing just an explosion. There was no planes, there was nothing. So that was digital, that they were digitally added in to the video. Because if you notice when the lady was talking, all tower whatever 7 is down, and she still showed the fucking thing still up.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody that tells you that they had a fucking relative that died in there, also they're full of shit. They said that they were pulling bodies out of there. Bullshit.
And also something else, the people that they do have saying
Here's
that.
the fact. Okay, here's another one before I forget. If this was so bad, then how come, if this happened, if people died, let's say just there'd be blood splattered 5, 10, 15 blocks. There'd be blood brains all over the fucking place. It just wouldn't be in the fucking area, just that little area of the Twin Towers, bro. There's supposed to be like how many people died? 3,000, 2,000, 3,000. You know how much blood and guts would be every fucking where? Shit. Probably 10 blocks. You'd be like, shit, man, I got somebody's fucking brain on the side of my face. But you just see this big cloud of smoke coming. You seen that? You see where all that debris was coming? Where these people were running, right? You see this? You see all these like this dust and shit? That'd be blood and guts, motherfucker. It just wouldn't be like rocks and shit. It'd be somebody coming through, flying out of fucking. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. You know what I'm saying? The airplanes, they disintegrated. But the furniture and so there'd be nothing left. Where'd the planes go?
Exactly.
But yet they're finding paper. They're finding office furniture. How come this shit didn't evaporate? And how could they be finding bodies if a fucking plane evaporated, wouldn't that mean bodies and blood and everything else would evaporate? So how in the fuck are they finding fucking people's heads and shit?
It's crazy,
right?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? If the planes evaporated, how in the fuck would they know how many people died? They wouldn't know because people would be disintegrated just like the fucking plane would be. Right? Makes sense?
Oh yeah.
That's
does
what I'm
make
saying.
sense.
That theory was the towers were fucking hollow, bro. They had college students living up there, and they actually had inside of I got to find a book on it, but there's these college students that occupied it. Yeah, so I don't know if you read about that, but there's this diagram.
I haven't read the book yet.
There's this diagram in this book, and that's why they were saying that these people were saying who come up with that other theory, because they clearly pointed out the only thing that was left in the Twin Towers were fucking like cabinets and stuff, like office furniture, paper, faxes. They were hollow. So why, if the fact so why isn't they're fine. If you go back and look at the reports, it clearly states that this fireman said that there was a head that hit his truck. Come on, bro. They're finding fingers. They wouldn't find that. No.
Right.
It'd be just if the planes are poof, they're gone. We're not made out of metal. We're not made out of metal. How we would be disintegrated. They wouldn't even find any blood, but yet they're finding pieces of fucking arms and shit. Unless if they, come on, man, really, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm going with the hollow. I'm going out with the hollow theory, the towers, just because if you look at the photo evidence, that shows no blood, no guts. It doesn't show heads. If that was the case, there'd be heads all over. There'd be 3,000 heads all over the place. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't even be. Oh my god!
Exactly.
So it was all video edited in. Because, like I said, these people said, "Oh, we looked up. We didn't hear anything. The only thing we heard was a big boom. There wasn't any planes." And there's 3 or 4 people coming up. You go watch these videos, and here comes some fucking dickhead from out of nowhere. Oh, I seen this plane. It had a window on it. You didn't see nothing, you asshole. You government snitch son of a bitch. Whatever you want to be. Come on, man. You see all the big cloud of fucking smoke and people running. Why didn't you see heads and shit flying at people? People, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They're scamming. Like I said, they're scamming people in that 9/11 museum. They are scamming people on that shit.
Exactly.
And like the census, death census, whatever they call that, how many people died? Like I said on 9/11, only 3 people died that day, and there was only, and it wasn't from it wasn't with, it had nothing to do with 9/11 that they were in the towers or anything. They had, that shit was posted years ago, and then all these people that they had that died found that those were photoshopped. They're the people that were fucking died and shit. And then they also saw the terrorists that hijacked these planes that's supposed to die. They were found alive in other countries. There was no fucking planes that hit that son of a bitch. They were edited in what they call CGI editing, or what do they do? That's not hard to do. I can't do it. What are you doing now, bro?
Fake voice recognition. It's easy to fabricate something. That's all you need to do.
Let me see if I can find some. Let me see something real quick, because I know you. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. And these videos are hard to find now, because it's like they've scraped a lot of these. Let's see. Because it shows the same video but from different angles. Oh, see, these were amateur videos. Let me see something. You used to be able to find this shit on YouTube like so easy.
It's harder to find. Try BitChute or Vimeo is another one. Vimeo. What do you say, buddy?
Video here says video.
What do you say? What do you say, buddy? You want to be on camera? Huh? You want to be on camera?
Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
What? What are you doing, bud?
Trying to
What
find.
are you doing? No, he's looking at it. He's curious. Oh, I don't want nothing.
It says the CGI airplane was added. Raw footage news broadcast.
How do you eat those? They're sour.
Oh, can we play these? The CGI airplane was added photo before its news. For the news broadcast.
Those things are sour.
Why do you think they're called Sour Patch Kids?
I want no more of those, buddy. Woo. You eat it.
Hold on. I just found it. It says
Eat it,
the
buddy.
CGI airplane was added.
My little ones feed me Sour Jacks.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids. You ever had those?
Yeah.
He's feeding me. He gave me a lemon and an apple, man. Those are the most sour ones to eat.
CGI.
No wonder he don't want them. They're sour. Go ahead and eat it, buddy. Eat it.
So I did find some. I want to find a video. I've seen the video, and you clearly
You
showed.
want over here, Daddy? You'll lay over here with me. You my buddy. Huh? You my buddy. You my buddy.
Plane debris discovered 11 years later. Yeah, okay. Stupid fucking liars.
How long you been up, buddy? You just get up? That's why I don't sleep sometimes. Little man. You can tell he's my buddy, can't you?
Where's he at? Was he on there? I didn't see him because I was on another screen.
Yeah, he was laying over here. He went back over and watched my old lady play the game. He's watching it.
Okay, here's a one.
Hey, Caleb, what are you doing, bud? Come here. Come here. Come in here. Haven't seen you in a while. Come here. Have a hug. I want a hug, buddy.
So here we go.
Come give me a hug. Give your old man a hug. Yeah, I see it now. The CGI airplane was added.
See? Right there.
Mm-hmm. That looks like some deep fake stuff.
Yep. So that's what I'm saying.
Caleb, come here. Put that down for a minute. Come here.
Yeah. I understand.
I don't want it. No. I don't want it. No, it's sour, man. I don't want it. You eat it. Nope. Nope. He's trying. He's not gonna let up. He's trying to feed me one of those green sour jacks. Like, I don't want it.
You know, there was. You got to put it in. Type it in empty holes. Like, let me see.
He's trying to feed me a sour jack. I don't want that thing.
Patch Kid. Not a sour jack. It's a Sour Patch Kid.
Oh. And that's, yeah, so let me see. Yeah, so there's a book called There Was No Planes on 9/11, Fake Plane, No Planes Hit the Towers on 9/11. This is actually, let me see. Okay, well, they better sue, the families better sue this guy. They better start suing these people for lying. 53 photos.
You eat it, buddy.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it. No, I don't want it now. That's nasty. It put it in her mouth and it's wet now. He's trying to feed it to me. He's like, I don't want that.
He won't let me eat it.
Such diction. I am honored to be.
But then we got the. Oh, go ahead.
Well, fucking yeah. So I didn't like on like 9/11. I didn't like break it. I didn't go like I wasn't like I just saying I called bullshit on it, but I didn't like pick it apart.
Right.
One thing I was just like, I knew something was fucking fakey as fuck with it. So there's videos. I gotta find them, but we ought to do something on 9/11 proving this shit because there's videos. There's literally the same video, but at a different angle, taken by two different people. One shows planes in it, and the other one doesn't. So
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is
I don't want it, Gabriel.
I
That's
don't care if you're the
no.
king's wiper.
Make him eat that. That's nasty, man.
Eat it or let mommy eat it. Where'd it go?
Daddy might want to eat it.
Oh, he put it in his mouth and her mouth, and he pulled it back out. I'm like, oh, I don't want it. He's sitting there trying to feed it to me. I'm like, no, like that. No, that's nasty.
It's not nasty.
You hear? I said, oh, that's nasty. And he's like, no, it's not nasty.
Let me.
Oh, don't jump around the bed, bud.
He won't let me eat it.
But yeah, we'll do one again maybe tomorrow or something. That'd be or day after, whichever.
They hide because they are poor.
Why they didn't use planes?
Our king is dead.
Why they
Tonight,
didn't?
the assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
What you doing, Gabriel?
They're nearly doomed for Eldon.
Huh?
They're sworn enemies of King Logain. Well, that is the royal people. That means only the assembly is authorized.
Oh yeah, did you save those other videos from the last one before I froze up? We could have spliced it together. Like however you do the video editing. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah. Did you hear where Taco Bell's going to go pretty much completely plant-based food?
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, Taco Bell is going back to plant-based food. Everything made out of plants, mostly, and barely any meat, if any. And that's how they want to run the United States. You know, the lower class and the poor class. They want everybody to eat the vegetable, insect-based stuff. If you watch Ice Age Farmer, he has a lot of content talking about it. That's one of the best when it comes to like the food market. That's one of the best YouTube channels there is because he talks about everything.
You've done me a service.
Like that.
And full Imrek was barking.
So it's not only Taco Bell, McDonald's, they want to go completely plant-based and eventually insect-based.
Burger King too.
Burger King.
That with that Impossible Whopper. That's all that veggie.
You tried it before?
No, but I know people who have, and they said it tastes like shit.
You hear that?
What?
The Impossible Whopper at Burger King. People tried it and they say it tastes like shit. It's all vegetable based and hard to tell what else is in it. So yeah. And Bill Gates, he's funding the plant-based, insect-based food that's coming out. GMO, geoengineered, plant insect-based foods. And also Ice Age Farmers talking about grocery stores. A lot of grocery store chains are going to be closing down, and they're going to stop getting like a lot of meats probably do away with meat entirely and make everything plant and insect based.
I'll go to shooting my food.
Yeah, magically disappearing. Oh, using a poor kid in a video. Look, 9/11 hoax that wasn't. What are they saying? Yeah. Well, this is Richard Provo. This is Mike Claire. We're out, I guess. I'm tired. Peace. But we'll probably be back later with some more 9/11 stuff. I know people are like, oh, come on, dude. So much more.